Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my review on the Doctor Who Christmas Adventure figure set. And in this part of the review I shall be reviewing Amy Pond in her police uniform. Now this variant of Amy Pond is a completely new figure, however the head and the hands are just the same as the ones on the Victory of the Daleks Amy Pond. And first of all I'm going to talk about the sculpt and the detail. Now the head sculpt is just the same as the head sculpt on the Victory of the Daleks Amy Pond figure. However, this time black paint has been added around her eyes, which I think is meant to look like eyeliner. Still has a brilliant likeness of Karen Gillan. The facial features look just right, and also her hair has been painted very nicely. I did say in my review of the original Amy Pond figure that I thought the hair was a bit too bright, but I don't think the same with this one, so I don't have any problems with it. Now just around where her neck is, we can see the combination of black and white dots, and also if we lift her hair up we can see blue and white dots as well. If we take a look at this part of the police uniform, we can see a lot of gadgets, and also here it says police in white text. Her sleeves have been sculpted very well. They have a lot of creases on them, which helps to make the figure look very lifelike. Also, if we take a look at the back of her police uniform, under her hair it says police, and then above that you've got some more of those blue and white dots. Also on her left hand we can see that she is wearing a nice little gold watch, which has been painted very carefully. She's also wearing a black belt on her skirt, which has a silver bit on the middle, and also on the back of her legs she has these black lines which are meant to be tight. And then there are these black shoes here which feature some laces. So like many other Doctor Who figures that are currently available, this Amy Pond figure is a very highly detailed figure. I don't think they could have done any better with the police uniform because it has all the detail that it needs, and I also really like the sculpting of the creases because that helps to make the figure look very lifelike. I also don't have any problems with the head sculpt being the same as the head sculpt on the other Amy Pond figure because it still has a very good likeness of Karen Gillan, and I don't think it needs any changes. And that is all I have to say for the detail and sculpt for now, and now I'm going to move on to her articulation. So her head can turn from side to side, however I think the hair and clothing stops it from going far. Her arms can do a 360 degree turn at the shoulders, as well as turn 360 degrees at the biceps. They can also bend up at the elbows, and both hands can turn 360 degrees. Lower body articulation now. She can turn at the waist 360 degrees, even though doing that in real life would be extremely painful. Her legs can also move outwards a bit, but the skirt stops them from doing that very far. And they can also move backwards and forwards on the top, bend at the knees, and they can also swivel 360 degrees. So even though the sculpt of the figure is mostly new, the articulation is just standard, but I don't think it needs any improvements because there are plenty of joints, so you can put her into lots of different poses, which is what action figures are meant for after all. And overall I think this variant of Amy Pond is a really nice figure, and it's nice to have a Amy Pond figure in the police uniform so we can recreate scenes from the 11th hour and also A Christmas Carol. And out of 10 I give Amy Pond from the 11th hour and A Christmas Carol a very well earned 10 out of 10. This variant is a really nice figure. It's very accurate with all the detail on the police uniform. I don't have any problems with the sculpt and the articulation, and it's just a really good figure for your collection and also for scene recreations. And that is all I have to say for part 2 of my review on the Christmas Adventure set. And in part 3, I shall be reviewing the non-electronic TARDIS. Thanks for watching, YouTubers.